Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and I'm going to do a presentation on the why of coaching. It's so funny to me, and I'm going to do something I've really never done before. Before I actually do my presentation or give you the why of coaching, I'm going to apologize. I'm going to come off jaded, I'm going to come off cynical, I'm going to come off sarcastic, and there's a reason why. The why of coaching is just simply not negotiable. Why? When you're not coaching someone and they leave the organization, what happens? We all know the number one reason people leave organizations is their boss. Why would you not have leaders coaching? Coaching is about investing, asking questions, gaining clarity, giving them career development options. When we invest in people, just like money, we get an ROI. If you don't invest, you don't get an ROI. So, one of the things we hear all the time is, I don't have time. So if you're not coaching, silence is a message, and it's a form of coaching to get your resume ready. If you're not coaching, the reason why you coach is so you create a connection, you have established a relationship, you learn career goals, you find out inhibitions, you find out fears, you find out aspirations, you find out goals, you find out so much. See, when you're asking and listening, you separate yourself from most leaders. You separate yourself from most organizations. When we do these things, guess what happens? Things dramatically improve. Retention improves. Talent development improves. So for years, we have made a fundamental mistake. We continually, at the end of each year, say, well, we need more training. Training is not the problem. Training and coaching leads to talent development and retention. See, I'll give you a great example. When you think about someone who's hired at a company, and they go to training, right? They go down the room, they take a couple days of workshops, they come back, and two things happen. Two fundamental things. There's a stack of papers waiting for the employee and the boss. And the boss says what? I need to see you in my office right away. What's the employee's first response? It's usually, uh-oh, what did I do wrong? Guess what just happened to their mind share, their thought of the application of what they just learned in the training? It disappeared. It's gone. If we don't practice and apply what we've learned within 14 days, it's been estimated we lose 80% of it. So think about coaching versus rehiring. I just met with the CEO of a manufacturing firm. I said, why aren't you coaching? He didn't believe in it. He said, we don't have time. I said, okay. And I said, why don't you have time? He goes, oh, we're just buried. By the way, if you're hearing this and I sound cynical, let me just share with you. Your industry is no different than any other industry. We don't have time. Yet I asked him a couple questions. I said, so what happens when someone leaves your organization? He said, oh, it's a pretty big issue. People are leaving right now for money. I said, okay. I said, why are people leaving? He said, I just told you money. I said, oh, no, there's another reason. He said, what's that? And I said, well, I'll get to that in a second. I said, when someone leaves, what do you do? He said, well, we take out an ad, we hire. I said, how long does that take you? I said, well, to find the right candidate this day, 8 to 20 hours. I said, wow, that even sounds low. I said, I'll give you 8 hours. For one person. He said, yeah. One person. He said, yes. I said, one person. He said, yes. I said, what if I taught you something for 10 to 12 minutes a week, which equals 50 minutes a month roughly, times 12, just 600 minutes, which equals 10 hours. And in those 12 months, someone's knowledge, skill, and confidence is going to grow, and you don't have to rehire. Would you do it as a trade-off? He said, in a second. And he smiled at me because I kind of caught him. And I said, but the funny thing is, you said you don't have time. The reason you don't have time is you're not retaining employees. You've created your own cycle, your own self-fulfilling wheel, self-prophecy of just constantly turning people out and bringing them back in. It just keeps going on and on. What if I could save you time and you never had to rehire someone? I said, people aren't leaving money. They're leaving because you don't have time for them. Two people are in an organization. One is spending 10 to 12 minutes with a leader every single week. And that leader buys them books, sends them cards at home when they don't have time, and they put a note on their desk, you're doing a great job, and you don't have any time. Honestly, who do you think the leader is going to have employees most likely to quit on? He said, probably me. So what is coaching? Coaching is a scheduled event, leveraging people's strengths, asking questions, finding out where they want to go. It's not always about what's wrong. It's about taking top talent to the next level. See, the mistake we make is we want to coach. When we do want to coach, we want to coach our toughest performers. Why? Headhunters are not calling and saying, do you have any low performers? We don't want to touch your top people. So let's take sales coaching as an example. For decades, not a few years, decades, one statistic is held true: 48 to 52% of all sales reps do not hit their quota. Think about that. And we do tons, millions and billions of dollars worth of sales training. Sales leaders say, but I don't have time. So think about someone who goes to a class in negotiation skills, comes back and the leader said, what'd you learn? What'd you learn about yourself? What do you think you need to practice? What can I do to assist you? What if I set you up with a mentor? What if I set you up with a couple peers that you can practice on your own? And I'll save some time and you'll save some time. What will happen? See, when we coach, people will improve. If we ask questions, we'll get clarity. They'll develop self-awareness. When we facilitate activities of improvement, guess what happens? They will get better. Not coaching. Don't tell me that your people are saying, boss, I know you don't have time to coach, but wanted to let you know we've been getting together on the weekends practicing on our own, and we're really getting better. I bet you're laughing right now. So if I sound jaded and cynical, that's why I warned you at the beginning. So again, think about skill development as a major message for coaching. People don't arbitrarily improve. Wouldn't it be great to go up to someone in sales and say, get your numbers up, and it worked? To go up to someone with a negative attitude and say, Bob, your attitude sucks. Could you improve by tomorrow? And he actually does it. That would be awesome. Or if you got someone who's walking, with a lack of motivation, you just said, Sheila, you got to be motivated. And she goes, oh my God, you're right. Doesn't happen that way, does it? So the choice. See, when we get busy, work drives you. Coaches, you can drive people who work. There's a big difference. See, when you find out what someone's goals are, what their career aspirations are, where they're lacking knowledge, where they need to practice, and you do it in a thoughtful, considerate, professional way, asking questions, spending time, sharing, collaborating, communicating, where opportunities can be raised to improve skills and knowledge, guess what happens? They stay. They stay at the organization. You became tougher to quit on. Look, I'm going to apologize again. I'm just so tired of hearing we don't have time. You own your calendar. If you have 5 people, schedule 10 minutes every week for each one of those people. And I promise you, if someone is videotaping you from Monday to Friday in a traditional work week, we will find 50 minutes that you waste. But that 50 minutes with 5 people will exponentially change your team, will exponentially change the way they perceive you, will exponentially change the likelihood of them staying at your organization. Look, I don't do this a lot, but if you're intrigued, send me an email. I will get on a conference call. You can give me every objection you want. I'll give you 30 minutes of my time, any objection that you have to coaching, and I'll be able to show you why coaching will counter that challenge. Look, every day we spend time with our people. Every day we're talking to them about their work, their sales forecasts, their workloads, their project plan, their tasks. We do it every single day. What if we also morphed coaching that was positive, strength-based, influential, inspirational, motivational into those conversations that are already occurring? And we scheduled time. You don't get to the end of your career at retirement and look at your spouse and say, I got an idea. We should start saving for retirement. No, you make monthly investments. Every month, you probably have money coming out of an account into an IRA or a money market or a checking or a savings. It's a monthly investment. What happens is it grows. People don't arbitrarily improve on their own. I'll give you a news flash. Your people are not going to take it upon themselves to improve on their own. Send me an email. I'd be happy to walk you through why coaching will help your organization. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.